Hello, first grade families. Welcome to today's Zoom lesson for first grade. Even if you're not in first grade and you're joining us today, we appreciate it. We're glad you're here. And if you haven't already grabbed your paper and your pencil for today's directed drawing after our book, please do that now. Maybe your parents can help you out and have that ready for you when the book is finished. So go ahead and just take a minute, look at the cover of the book and try to read the title and see what you think maybe the book is about. So make a prediction. Okay, so hopefully you have that. Today's story is called The Surprise Garden by Zoe Hall, illustrated by Sherry Halpern. We're planting the seeds for a surprise garden. Can you guess what we will grow? We don't know. It's a surprise. First, we use our trowel and rake to loosen the soil. Mom has given us each a handful of all kinds of seeds. Look at all the different shapes and sizes. We poke the seeds into the soil one by one. We have painted sticks different colors to mark the different kinds of seeds. Then we water the seeds and wait for our surprise garden to grow. Soon, the seeds sprout into small green shoots. We water the plants and the sun warms them. Our garden grows and grows. On some plants, flowers bloom. Before long, the petals fall off. Surprise! We see peas, beans, and squash. On some plants, leaves grow close to the ground. Surprise! We see spinach and lettuce. And what is growing here? Surprise! We see broccoli and cauliflower. Is anything growing here? Surprise! We find carrots and radishes. They are growing under the ground. Here is the longest plant in our garden. Flowers bloomed on this plant too. Surprise! We find a big watermelon. Here is the tallest plant in our garden. Surprise! It's a sunflower and it's full of tasty seeds. All summer long, the food in our surprise garden ripens. We like to pick the food and eat it too. Surprise! We're having a garden party. So students, let's talk about some of those plants or those seeds rather, they have planted and what they turned into. So we had peas, we had beans, spinach, lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, radishes, squash, watermelon, and sunflower seeds. So maybe you could make a list with your parents or your grandparents of maybe some things that you have planted in the past or maybe that you want to plant, or maybe you can't plant a garden and you just want to make a pretend list. You could do that as well too. So it's just fun sometimes to make a list like that. So maybe down the road, if you do plant a garden, you will have an idea of what vegetables and fruits that you would like to eat. So boys and girls, go ahead and grab your paper and your pencil. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, this book is an AR book. So go ahead and grab that maybe have your grandparents or your parents or someone to write the name of the story down, or you can refer back to the video so that you can take an AR test sometime this week on this story. Okay, Miss Elder and I would be very happy to see you on AR taking a test on this story or any story that we read to you. So here, let's go ahead and start our directed drawing. So I have my paper. I hope you have yours ready too. Today, I thought we would draw a rabbit because lots of times we see rabbits in gardens. So this is a very simple rabbit, and you can make it look a little bit fancier. You can give it eyelashes or whatever. When we finish this, you can draw a background on it. I'll show you the one that I did earlier today, and you can go from there and decide what you want to put in your background behind your bunny. So let's go ahead and start. The first step we need to do is an oval, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll kind of look like an egg sideways. And then we need to decide on our eyes. I'm going to take this off for a minute. So you can have little dots for your eyes, or you can draw ovals. Now with my ovals, I'm also going to put like a little line across each of those. So we have two things. We have our oval for our head, and we have our eyes. Okay, and like I said, if you want to give your eyes eyelashes, you can do that. That's fine. Our next step is our nose. So we're just going to draw an upside down triangle. And then we will add the bunny's mouth. And that's just kind of a W-shaped mouth like this. Okay. So that should be finished. Now we need to add bunny ears. Every bunny has ears, so we need to draw bunny ears. So you can kind of make yours pointed if you want to. One can be, flopped over. I'm just going to do mine the same, a little easier. We need to add the insides of the bunny's ears. And then we can add whiskers. You can make yours long or short, however you want to do it. It's your bunny. Okay, now we're going to draw the body. So you're going to start at the bottom of his face and draw all the way to the bottom of your paper. And let's do this side. Okay, there's his body or her body. Now we need to add the bunny's paws. So 2 ovals. That's how I did mine. Okay. Now I like to draw little lines to give it a little bit more detail. Now, lots of bunnies like to eat carrots, so I thought maybe we could put a carrot here in the middle like he's holding it. So let's draw a line from here to here. And then we're going to kind of come down here and do kind of like a little V shape. And then we will put the greenery on it up here. Okay. And then I also like to draw little lines on my carrot right here to give it some detail. And that's not the greatest carrot, but you know what I mean. Okay, so now we need to do, let's see. We need to add some feet for the bunny. So this is real simple. Just watch me. You start down here at this part, kind of go up and back down. Very simple. And then I always like to put like the inside of the foot there. Okay, and then I'll draw some little lines for detail here as well. Now we'll do the exact same thing over on this side. Okay, and then of course the bunny needs a little bushy tail. So you can put yours on this side or this side, it's up to you. I will put mine over here. You can make it as big or as small as you would like. It's your bunny. So there you have it. There's your bunny that might be living in your garden. And I will show you the end result of mine that I did earlier today. I did add a background and I colored it. So you could pretend like back this back here is a garden. You could draw some pictures of some vegetables that were in the story. You could even use another piece of paper and write a story about your picture. And then when we be back on Monday after spring break, you can bring your picture with you and you can bring your sentences or your story that you wrote about, and you can share it with Miss Elder and I and all the students that join us on Zoom. I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. I hope you guys have a wonderful spring break, and we look forward to seeing you back on Monday. Bye, guys.